Good morning and welcome back to K24 This Morning. My name is Mungala Mbuvi and it's Thursday. You know we discuss relationships, yours to be specific. And over the last couple of weeks, we have seen a lot is going on as far as our relationships is concerned. And that is why today we want to talk about in-laws. Do you have in-laws? Are you planning to have any? Yeah? Or did you have them before and now you've decided kunayo mikono? Well, this is what we're discussing today. Do you have to love your in-laws to coexist? That is the main question I'm asking today. And actually, we have a poll question on that. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and let us know. Do you have to love your in-laws in order to coexist with them? And joining me today, I do have Beatrice Muraguri, who is a resident psychologist, counseling psychologist, just to decipher this particular situation as far as the whole dynamic is concerned. I'm also joined by Francis Andedo, who obviously, from the look of things, has been there, done that. And we have Shiru Githui, who is also there and currently doing that. So, karibuni tena sana. Beatrice sasa.
Poa sana.
It's been how long since Nikone? Is it 3 weeks?
Is it 2 or 3?
2, 3. I think it's 3.
3.
Yeah. Tell me, what do you think about our new home? The lighting, iko sawa?
I don't want to say that I'm going to take a selfie.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
Kuna vile.
Yeah.
All right, karibu tena sana.
Asante.
Francis, how are you doing?
I'm good, brother.
Sijakuona siku mingi sana.
Siku mingi sana.
Nilikufanya nini? The last time I checked, namba yako ilibadilika. Sijui mara nikasikia uko Uganda, kidogo uko Paris. Jana amua. Home is best. East or west.
True.
Yeah, and of course, Shiru, how are you doing?
Fine,
I'm loving that hairstyle.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely loving. There's a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend of mine, who used to have it. Na alikuanga de mwingine straightforward sana. So are you the type?
Very straightforward. And again, this is what Margaret Kenyatta is adorning. So yeah.
So you're trying to be the first lady.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But clearly, from the sound of things, you are the first lady in your house.
In my house.
Yeah. How is that going?
I'd say it's very interesting. Yeah. Very.
You're loving marriage life. How long have you been married?
This is my 10th year.
10.
Yes.
10.
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, baka kumi.
Yes, and I should add happily married.
Oh, happily married.
Yes, not just
but
married.
You know, people say that happily married is just a word we use out here when we're trying to show people that we are happily married. But kumbe uko kwa nyumba manzejo ni kubaya.
I would say the worst thing you can do is lying to yourself.
Okay.
So you can lie to others out here, but
Okay.
lying to yourself is the worst injustice you can do to
All
yourself.
right. But you're loving how many kids?
3 so far.
3.
And adding some more.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, nyinyi ni wale wa multiply do that. Literally, you took it out of the Bible. Yeah. So how many boys, girls?
I have 2
mixture?
girls. Yes, I have 2 girls.
All right.
9-year-old, 6-year-old, and 2-year-old boy.
All right.
Yeah.
We shall get to that in a minute. Francis.
Yes.
How are you doing? I know your story kiasi, but the last time I checked, kuna dem na mwananga kwa profile picture yako ya WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you still together?
Yeah, we are together.
Yeah, but you had a previous relationship before.
Yes.
Okay.
A previous relationship that lasted for like 9.5 years.
9.5
years.
Was it that long? Francis?
Yes,
How long
that
have I
long.
known?
Miaka imefichwa.
Yeah, so 9.5?
Yes.
But of course that ended.
It ended.
How are things? Are they cordial? Are you guys talking? Ama ni zile za unashughulikia watoi na as long as amepata pesa mwisho wa mwezi story imeisha?
Because we had kids. Okay, kids. Yeah. She's the mother to my,
your
Children.
kids.
Yeah.
So the question is there communication?
Okay, we've been like off for like 3 months now.
Okay.
But yeah, initially there was cordial relationship, communications because of the kids.
All right.
Yeah, we just had to. Yeah.
We'll get that in a minute as well. Beatrice, me eche nikuulize tu. Do we have to love our in-laws to coexist?
Just like the way we have a body. A body works as a system.
Yes.
You cannot love the nose and ignore the eye.
I think I can, but
Yeah. At the end of the day, you find that this man you are married to or this lady you are married to, before you met, had a family of origin.
Yes.
And why we go wrong when it comes to interact with our in-laws, it's when we are dating. Your spouse or your husband to be or your wife to be, they do not market their brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Or the family properly. If I may give a very good example.
Please do.
I already knew the kind of mom I'm going to meet.
Okay.
And you know, men and mothers, they are inseparable.
Kwanza mimi my mom hivi. Francis, you know. Mama yangu tunapanga hivi.
So when you go out with Mr. Muraguri, I would hear a few sentences. Ya tano unasikia mama ameingia. My mom loves this. My mom is so hardworking. Little did I know that even the mother, we share the same name, Beatrice Muraguri.
Oh.
And I later came to notice later.
Yes.
That we almost share similar characteristics.
Okay.
So by the time I was getting there, I had known the kind of mom I am going to get.
All right. Before you met this lady?
Yeah,
okay.
Before I met my mom in love.
All right.
Okay, so that we cannot confuse the viewer, my mom-in-law.
Okay.
So I had already known, I had already known the kind of family that I'm going to get myself into, and I had set my mind already. Okay. Another thing that happens, Mr. Buvi, so I'm calling him Mr.
No, it's okay. Actually, it's been a while since you came Mr. Where?
Okay, another thing is that us as ladies, we have this mindset that mother-in-laws are bad. So we start arming up. Ready for the fight. Bring it on. So even the day you be introduced there as now the visitor.
Right.
You get the visitor. You'll be having this attitude that my mom-in-law or my in-laws are looking for something bad,
negative.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And truth be told, the family whereby you go to become the daughter-in-law, the in-love, always get to know that there was always this preferred candidate. There's always this preferred candidate. And this candidate maybe was never maybe the ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend.
Right.
But the mom or the parents-in-law had already seen this very good girl, organized, that can become a very good future daughter-in-law. Probably in most cases they are noticed in churches. Yeah, and they are given assessment as far as church is concerned.
All right.
And this becomes a mistake, Francis, because we never get to see these ladies or these men outside the church.
Okay.
So when you don't get to marry those preferred candidates, so when you bring your own choice, you have actually to sell that product properly. Yes.
She says, she wrote that, she already had this picture in advance because alikuwa ameshaanza kuambiwa mom this, mom that, mom this.
Yeah.
For you, how was it?
I wouldn't say that like I really had a picture of the mom-in-law that I was meeting, but the minute I met her, I would say she's this woman who embraced me very positively.
Right.
She was able to guide me what marriage entails. She'll counsel me, talk
Your
to me.
mom-in-law?
Yes, yes.
Wow, okay.
No, she's a very good woman. She's a very good woman.
Nasi umemuuza. Mama, I hope you're watching. Carry on.
In the adverts too.
No. And it doesn't just carry to me. Even my the cousins to my husband, I always see them coming to her for counsel. They come and tell her, oh, we've seen the way they have, we've seen the way you're staying well with our uncle. Tell us what it entails to carry on a very good marriage. So I'd say she was able to hold our hand, walk with us through this journey.
Okay.
I'm that type of a person who is, I'm also very positive.
Right.
I tend to associate with what is positive. So in our case, we're able to gel very nicely with her.
Are you the girlfriend who says, acha nikwambie kitu moja? Like, hey, mom, sijakwambia jana.
No, but we talk often with her. We call each other like 4 times a week.
All right.
Yes. So she's that person. If I feel like I need some motherly advice, I can always go back to her, call her, ask her, and I know she cannot. She wants the best for me.
All right.
She wants the best for my children.
To the son.
And the son, yes, and he's a very good person as well.
Okay.
And my husband would tell me, you're just like my mom. And I usually tell him, you're very lucky. You're very lucky.
Yes, hold on. But then I'm inviting your calls on the numbers on the screen, and of course SMSs 21222, Twitter as well at K24 TV. Ebu tell us, is your story as Shiru's or as Francis's? Francis, let me ask you.
Yes.
How was your relationship? Because I'm assuming you've not necessarily, or have you remarried?
Yeah.
How was your relationship with your ex? With your ex-parents-in-law?
Parents-in-law. Actually, like she said, a lot of marketing has to be done. The problem is that the current generation,
ours now,
nile mnakutana, hakuna wakati wa kufanya research.
Ni kuingia tu kama umeingia.
Kuingia tu kama umeingia. So as long as mshapelekana, mmejuana, these are my parents, na hao ndio wazazi wa wadem pia, it's good to go.
So you never acquainted yourself with them at all?
That is the mistake. That is one of the greatest mistakes I made in life. Exactly. Because mimi nakumbuka tu the first time I was meeting my parents-in-law to be then. That was way back in 2007.
All right.
Yes. Nilienda nikapelekwa introduction tu, vizuri tu. And then like I was told, I remember my mother-in-law akiuliza kita msichana kando. Na akamwambia, ametoka wapi? Actually alisema kwa
and by she meant right now.
Ametoka wapi? The girl responded akimwambia from the lake.
Lakeside.
Lakeside. Wale watu wa Lakeside. Exactly. And then like tulikuwa nafikiri yule wa huko. You know, we met in Embu actually. Okay. She was a Kalenjin.
All right.
Na mimi sasa being kutoka Lakeside. So that time there used to be merger between, you know, Raila and Ruto.
You're both Nilots.
So we are both Nilots. So tukakutana huko. So kupelekwa kama natoka Lakeside, huyo ni mzuri.
Okay.
Una get.
All right.
So like my mother-in-law to be akaendelea zaidi na kusema tulikuwa tunafikiria ametuletea yule alikuwa nayo.
So there was someone else before.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, me I can write a whole novel. Not even a whole novel. 3 novels.
So Francis, did you feel judged by all these questions?
I felt judged.
Did you feel like unwanted, for lack of a better word?
That I came to feel later on.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So did you feel challenged then to prove these guys that, you know what, as much as you might have all these judgments about me thinking that I'm from this kind of background, but this is, did you feel challenged to now project a certain image?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, so nile kwanza kujiuliza, so it's like tena mambo ya tribe na nini. Because from what she was talking about, the previous son-in-law, okay, I didn't know there was a previous son-in-law.
All right.
Yeah, you know,
Francis, your story has taken a very interesting tangent. But before I let you continue, we have a Joshua from Kirinyaga. Joshua, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Buvi.
How are you doing, bro?
I can't complain. Now, very quickly to our morning debate.
Please do.
And my advice to people and how to coexist with in-laws.
Right.
You see, Buvi, sometimes you find it difficult that you haven't even managed to coexist with your own brother and sister.
Yes.
And here is a new crop of people and a new family that you're supposed to understand and make them love you.
Right.
It's going to be an uphill task, okay?
Wow, okay.
The way life works is such that those people who love you will love you and will find reasons to love you.
Yes.
And those people who hate you will find all the reasons and understand to hate you, okay?
Wow, okay.
Just live on, let those who love you love you. Let those who hate you hate you. And finally,
yes,
I always, I've listened to our ladies on set.
Yes.
And it's typical of ladies to always want to talk nice and really hype the cordial and the good relationship they have with their mother-in-laws.
They are diplomats.
Well, they are diplomats, actually, that's the word.
Yeah.
But that is not the reality.
Okay.
In fact, if you talk to most of your friends who are females and they are married,
okay,
they will tell you that their work ends with their mother-in-laws especially.
Thank you very much, Joshua from Kirinyaga. We also have Ibra from Kikuyu. Ibra, good morning.
Good morning, dear sir.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Niambie, Ibra.
Niko tu mzima.
What is your question or comment?
My comment.
Yeah.
Ya nile sasa pata kwa upande wa wazazi. Ile hawana anga msimamo most of the time.
Okay.
Unapata demana kupeleka kwa amechurisha watu aina mbalimbali. So unashindwa what next? Kwa sababu wewe hujui.
Yes.
At the time yenye unaenda kuishi na huyu mtu.
Naam.
Utaanza kujua mengi.
Ni kweli.
Because most of the time watu wengi kama wazazi wamependa pesa kuliko maisha ya watoto wao. hawezi kuambia eti mtu huyu msichana wetu alikuwa na mtu.
Ni kweli.
Sasa yeye anakuambia kijana wetu wewe ni wewe tu peke yako baba, ni wewe tu peke yako baba. No matter.
Yes.
At the time unakuja kuishi na mtu alafu ndio unakuja kujua this guy was a relationship with somebody else.
Okay. Nimekusikia.
Inakuwa pengine vigumu kujitoa ama pengine umeharibu muda wako. Hata mwenye tatu mkikosana mind hana ajali chochote sababu anaacha penye anaenda.
Okay.
Because ako na watu wengi. Ila wazazi nao wanaangalia kusema ati kuna mwingine alileta hapa juzi, ila tu kusema pongani wao kazi yao ni kupokea.
Haya, Ibra. Wacha nikukate hapo. I understand what Ibra is saying, but before we get to Ibra, Beatrice, Joshua from Kirinyaga just said that those who will love you will love you, those who will hate you will hate you. And clearly what I get from him is he's saying you don't have to love to coexist. Yeah. Now he has said that, you know, the ladies on set wanapenda kujisell sana.
I like his argument, but there's one thing I would like to say. As a psychologist.
Okay.
Things to do with emotions, it's very difficult to lie.
Yes.
And especially on a national TV.
Right.
There is no way Shiru could be having such a bad relationship with the mother-in-law, and she's here telling us that the mother is good.
Yeah.
She started by saying, there are two people that you cannot lie to. Number one, you cannot lie to yourself, and you cannot lie to your God. And now the third person here is the mother-in-law who is watching. So just like the way there are issues, movie I cannot talk about men.
Right.
Likely, I mean, the same way, it's very difficult to talk about the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law interaction.
Right.
And you are outside it. So what am I trying to say? You say that you don't have to, whoever will like you, you know. We cannot have that kind of approach.
Attitude, you know.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you operate as a system, as I started by saying.
True.
Don't forget, before you met your husband, he was a brother, a darling brother to the sisters and brothers. He was such a darling son to the mother and to dad.
Yes.
And I would like to give a very good example, both in the city and in the village.
Right.
Why sometimes parents-in-law, and especially mom, let's focus on moms, they find it so difficult to allow, to accept the fact that now my son is no longer
mine alone.
Mine alone.
But another
Yeah,
woman's.
Don't forget, when you started working, you just go straight to your mom.
Yeah.
But when you got married, you first of all report to your wife.
Commander-in-chief.
And even appear the following day. If you are in the same compound, you can even appear the following day to say hi.
Yes.
Things to do with mother and daughter-in-law interaction, there is something we call natural competition.
Okay.
The natural competition I'm talking about here, Buvi, is this. Both the ladies, that is mom and daughter-in-law, this man, to them, they are both primary. Okay. So in terms of primary, what do I mean? I mean, for mom,
priority.
This mother, your mom has been the first woman you have interacted with for so many years. For your wife, this is the first woman you are interacting with when now you are an adult. Yeah. So that's why you find, that is it. And don't forget, either way, emotions are involved. Okay. And that's why you find that sometimes when a wife reports mother-in-law's case to the husband, he is unable to become the judge.
Yeah.
Because
just hold on there, because I want to rope in Shiru into that conversation. There's something that Ibra, the last caller, has said in terms of who is responsible in selling Francis, for example, to his mother-in-law. I think it's you, assuming that you are a couple. I think it is you who has to go to your parents and tell them, by the way, mom, dad, this is Francis, he's my friend, and I'm thinking of taking things to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. I want to agree with the same. Like when I took my husband to my parents, so I was the one to tell them, telling my mom, my dad, so this is the kind of the man that, this is the man I want. And when we first moved in together, both of us were not working back then. Okay. And all they told us is, you guys are still young, you have a bright future ahead, whatever you've done right now, you've displayed a good example. And I want to answer back to what Joshua asked. He said about us lady wanting to portray this good image about our in-laws. Like I said, this one does not just reflect to me. My mom-in-law is also doing the same type of counseling to even our villagers back at home. Because, I mean, she values the marriage institution. She knows what it takes. She's got the experience.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, just hold on. We have someone from Kiambu. Zeluya. Jina nakwambia hapa majina uko nayo. Karibu sana. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very fine. How are you?
Oh, madam, sorry. Zeluya from Kiambu. What is your question or comment?
Yes. I just have a comment.
All right.
And I want to say that it's just such an amazing platform to talk about.
Thank you very much.
And I also want to comment on the lady who's married. I can relate to what she's saying because I have the best mother-in-law.
Wow.
And she's very prayerful. She counsels us every time and once in a while. She sits her down.
All right.
And tells us on how marriage is supposed to be.
Yes.
And how you're supposed to face the challenges together. And it's very helpful. If most of these women can be like that,
yes,
as mothers, to raise our sons in such ways where we accept that our sons have, you know, like spouses, and you build them up instead of tearing them down. Because there are some women who are like that.
Okay.
It would really make a very big difference, and I believe that most marriages can actually end up working.
Thank you very much, Zeluya.
No problem. Have a
so Francis, Zeluya amesema mom-in-law kwa nawaita, wanaomba, wanafanya mambo, wanapatiwa counsel. Before we take a break in about a minute, tell me, did that ever happen with your wife and your parents?
Apparently for the 9.5 years we stayed together, she only managed to get opportunity kwenda kwetu like 3 times.
3 times?
If I can count.
Kwenye ni mbali, wazazi hawako, ama wazazi wanafuzanga watu? Why?
Wazazi wako, but it used to be war.
So she never used to like going to shags?
Na hizo mara tatu, mara mbili ilikuwa ni usiku.
Okay.
Kama kuna function, the family functions, yes. So unaona hata saa zile sasa unafanya introduction kwa giza.
What?
Yes, sasa.
Na already ulikuwa unasema ametoka Rift Valley. So
yeye
alikuwa sitaki kuingilia watu, lakini shikilia tu because I want to understand what would make you as a wife or even as a husband to travel to your in-laws 3 times in 9 years? That's just weird. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Remember, the numbers still remain the same. SMS line 21222, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at K24 TV. Tunakam tu sai.